Boris Johnson has committed the UK's two brand-new aircraft carriers to freedom of navigation exercises in the fiercely contested waters of the South China Sea. In pointed remarks aimed squarely at China, whose island-building and militarization in the sea has unnerved Western powers, the Foreign Secretary said that when the ships are in service they would be sent to the Asia-Pacific region as one of their first assignments. One of the first things we will do with the two new colossal aircraft carriers that we have just built is send them on a freedom of navigation operation to this area, Johnson said in Sydney on Thursday, to vindicate our belief in the rules-based international system and in the freedom of navigation through those waterways which are absolutely vital for world trade. The South China Sea is one of the busiest commercial sea routes in the world, carrying $5 trillion worth of trade a year. But China claims it enjoys exclusive control over a massive portion of the sea within the so-called Nine-Dash Line based on ancient rights marked in 600-year-old mariners' books. In dispute with four neighboring countries, China has claimed sovereignty over islands in international waters in the sea, and built up sandbars and atolls into usable land. Several key islands have been populated and militarized, with airfields, weapons systems, and ports. The Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague last year ruled there was no legal basis for China's historic claim, a decision China has furiously rejected. Sending Britain's newest and most expensive ships to the region to carry out maneuvers similar to the U.S. Navy could be seen as provocative by Beijing. At 280 meters and 65,000 tons, the UK's newest aircraft carrier, the HMS Queen Elizabeth, is the largest ship ever built for the Royal Navy. It is currently undergoing its maiden sea trials off the coast of Scotland, and is expected to be accepted by the Navy towards the end of this year. The second ship in the class, the HMS Prince of Wales, is currently being fitted out in the Rosyth dock, and will be officially named in September. Speaking in Sydney following discussions with his Australian counterpart Julie Bishop, Johnson said the UK and Australia had reaffirmed our shared dedication to the rules-based international system that has been the guarantor of stability and, of course, also of prosperity for the last 70 years. In a volatile and unpredictable world, it is more important than ever to nurture the friendships that we know best and that matter to us the most and with people we trust the most. Bishop said the ministers had discussed the South China Sea as one of the pressing challenges of the Asia-Pacific region. We had a long discussion about the Pacific and the opportunities for deeper British engagement in our part of the world. We also see the United Kingdom as being a natural partner with us in the development and security of the Pacific. The dialogue between the UK's Foreign and Defence Secretaries and Australia's Foreign and Defence Ministers, awkwardly appellated Alckman, focused heavily on matters of security, intelligence and counter-terrorism. Australia and the UK will strengthen arrangements to share classified information on defence, security and counter-terrorism operations, and look to conduct cooperative military activities in the Asia-Pacific region. The two countries will also discuss, based on the UK's Operation Tempora and legislation proposed this month in Australia, the deployment of soldiers in domestic counter-terrorism operations.